Let me guess. You probably feel like you have a pretty sufficient understanding of how scholarships work. After all, how complicated can reducing the fees for the highly intelligent, disadvantaged school captain/athlete be? Because that's pretty much all scholarships are good for, right? Wrong. What if I told you instead of reduced fees, it was cash straight into your bank account? And instead of highly intelligent, disadvantaged school captains/athletes, it was Joe, the average performing, not particularly athletic, everyday student. You may be thinking, that can't be true. But believe me, there's a scholarship for just about anything. And so in this video, I'm going to share some of the best unknown scholarships here in Australia that you're likely eligible for. Now, one quick thing before we jump into the first scholarship. Here on the channel, Majella and I always want to be as transparent as possible. So although it pains me to say it, you should know that I was actually eligible for a scholarship that was worth up to $20,000, which I'll go over in this video. But because I didn't take the time to look into scholarships, by the time I'd found this one, it was too late. So to avoid this happening to anyone else, if you know someone who is thinking about going to university, is about to start, or is currently studying at university, make sure to send this video to them so they know what sorts of things are out there. And if you don't know anyone, if you could just go down and gently tap the like button, that'll ensure that this video gets sent to larger audiences and hopefully gets recommended to someone who needs to see it. And with that, let's jump into the first scholarship. To start us off, we're going to be looking at the Paula and Tony Kinnane Art History Scholarship. Now, what we've got here with this scholarship is quite common amongst universities. Basically, there will be previous students or someone who's had an affiliation with the university who gives a donation at some point in time, and the revenue generated from that donation is then given as a scholarship in later years. And basically, the donors get to decide how these funds are distributed and on what basis. In this case, Paula and Tony were art lovers themselves, and as a result, created a scholarship to support students going into undergraduate study in art history. As you can see, the scholarship is up to $12,000 per year for up to 4 years. So that's $48,000 across the length of your degree. It's available to both new and current students, and basically the only entry criteria is that you submit an application to the committee and to be enrolled full-time in a relevant field. The next scholarship we'll look at is the UQ Ramsay Undergraduate Scholarship. Now, like the previous scholarship, this one also supports students who are doing a specific area of study. However, this one has actually specified the degree itself. Now, for this one, you either need to be studying the Bachelor of Advanced Humanities with Honours, or the double degree, the Bachelor of Humanities and the Bachelor of Laws with Honours, with an extended major in Western civilizations. This one is only for new students, but it has a scholarship value of $30,000 a year for up to 5.5 years worth of study. In terms of the eligibility criteria, all they need to do is be an Australian citizen or permanent resident, have completed year 12 in the year of application or the year prior, have the intention to study full-time, expect to actually get into the course, not have taken on any previous tertiary study, and be available to go in for an interview. And following suit from the previous two, they also have a scholarship of $3,000 for people who are going into electrical engineering or computer science. And while a lot of the eligibility criteria between these first three are similar, this one does have an additional requirement which says that you can't hold another scholarship that is deemed to be similar. And these are also similar to the Dr. Arthur Pryor Scholarship offered by Macquarie University that awards $5,000 per year for students who are studying a major within the physics and astronomy department. And moving on to a different category of scholarship now, we have the Employability Grant. This grant is available to all current students, domestic, international, postgrad, undergrad, in any area of study who are looking to pursue some sort of extracurricular activity. This may include a research program, an internship, a conference, or leadership program, assuming that it will enhance the student's employability, enrich their studies, and will not compete with any other study commitments. The next scholarship we're going to cover is one offered by the University of Melbourne, but it isn't unique to this university, and this unfortunately was the one that I personally missed out on, and it's called the First in Family Scholarship. Basically, this scholarship awards up to $30,000, which is $10,000 a year for students who are studying the Bachelor of Commerce. In terms of eligibility, you'll need to be an Australian citizen or permanent resident. You'll need to be the first in your immediate family to attend university, not have previously completed a university qualification, apply for the Bachelor of Commerce through VTAC, apply for C's in conjunction with your VTAC application, meet the criteria and be eligible for the Access Melbourne scheme, and agree to participate in publicity events to acknowledge and thank the donors for this fund. The next type of scholarship we're going to look at is Alumni Scholarship. And for those of you who aren't familiar with the word alumni is just a name that we give students who have graduated from a particular uni. So basically, there are two main types of alumni scholarships. There's the percentage discount for returning students, which for Torrens University means that any graduates of the university who return to do another qualification, they'll actually get a 25% discount. And for the University of Wollongong, this is a 10% discount. The other type of alumni scholarship actually rewards the family members of the alumni. So as you can see here, UNSW offers a $5,000 scholarship for children or grandchildren of UNSW alumni. The next scholarship we're going to talk about is offered by the Australian National University, or ANU for short. They have an ANUSA Parent and Carers Grant, which awards $250 to $1,000 to undergraduate ANU students who have carer responsibilities. The next type of scholarship we're going to look at is a great one to introduce a new category of scholarship. And this one is where a business or a company funds a scholarship to sort of build awareness around their particular brand. The one we'll be looking at first is BetaShares ETF Student Grant. Now, while this grant is advertised through ANU's website, this is not actually administered at all by ANU directly. They're offering $5,000 a year, and as you can see, the eligibility criteria is just that you're an Australian citizen or permanent resident enrolled full-time in an accredited Australian tertiary education institution, so any accredited Australian uni, and have at least 1 year remaining to complete your degree. And this also goes for the C.A.S. Hawker Scholarship. Although it's advertised on ANU's website, this is a privately funded scholarship. This scholarship is offering up to $60,000 over 3 years and is offered to all Australian students. As you can see, the majority of these scholarships have been awarded to students entering their first year of study. A lot of the time it has gone to regional students, but they say selection is based on personal qualities and the demonstration of leadership, as well as academic ability. But whether you're going into undergraduate study or postgraduate, doesn't matter. ANU also offer music-based scholarships, as you can see here with their Christel Larko Music Scholarship. This scholarship offers $10,000 across a year and is awarded to outstanding students studying classical or jazz, voice or keyboard in programs offered by the ANU School of Music. Now we'll be moving on to another common category of scholarships, and these are relocating scholarships. The one that we'll be looking at is offered by Griffith University, and it's called the George Alexander Foundation Scholarship. Basically, this scholarship offers up to $24,000 offered in $4,000 installments, and the eligibility criteria include being an Australian citizen, being a new student who has not previously completed undergraduate study, having applied for and accepted to study at Griffith University, relocating or needing to move away from home in order to take on undergraduate study, and having achieved an ATAR of 80 or the equivalent OP. The next one, still with Griffith University and sticking with the theme of location, we have the Logan Chambers of Commerce Scholarship. This scholarship offers a maximum value of $9,000 paid in installments for students who live in the Logan area. And finally, we have Griffith's BusinessPLUS Academic Excellence and Next Step Scholarships. If you're heading to Griffith and studying an undergraduate business degree, choose which one fits and enjoy the free money. Basically, if you achieved an ATAR of above 84, then go for Academic Excellence. If you achieved below that but over 66, then go for Next Step. Now, knowing these scholarships actually exist is a vital first step, but actually applying for them is a whole nother thing. So if you need some assistance or would like to be guided through this process step by step, make sure to go down, subscribe and hit the notification bell, because Majella and I are planning on posting our cheat sheet for scholarship applications very shortly. Otherwise, thanks so much for watching and best of luck with all of your study ahead.